welcome to episode 363 of Good Luck High Five.
That's right. It's a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering, whether you're playing it on Arena or at your local game store. We are here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And today we're going to talk a lot about Theros Beyond Death.
That's right, because previews are still in full swing.
I'm so excited.
Right now, we have the pre-release coming up this weekend.
Which means that the full set is spoiled this Friday.
That's right. And there are two more things. The team series finals.
Yes.
Which are on Sunday.
Yep.
And which are Theros Beyond Death
Team draft.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's really going to be
You might just be thinking, oh, wow, what a fun show. Were you talking about Theros Beyond Death? But honestly, like there is a tournament with $100,000 going
on
to the winner.
line.
This very weekend,
played
with Theros Beyond Death cards.
Yes.
And you can watch, that's right, Grand Prix coverage of Magic Fest Austin will be coming back. We're going to watch Modern at Austin. And then, of course, the Team Series Finals with the Theros Beyond Death cards.
And maybe even more excitingly, our episode with Judge Rob
Yay.
on all of the Theros rules and interactions is coming next Tuesday. So a week from today, you will be able to get the lowdown on how all of these sweet cards work.
Yeah, if you have any questions about card interactions or specific cards from Theros Beyond Death, tweet them at us at GLHF Magic with the hashtag Judge Rob, and we will make sure he answers those questions live on the air.
That's right.
So before we start this episode, which is also going to include, by the way, Storytime with Meghan.
Yes. I'm so excited. So there's not much Theros story.
Right.
So what
literally,
we're doing instead.
they're not writing it.
Yes, but literally there isn't one. So I'm bringing us some stories from Greek mythology so that we can know what sorts of cool source material is used when they're dreaming up these cards.
Yeah, we learned about the Minotaur last week. We got a lot of reaction to that story, which, you know, is not for kids, but we made it kid-friendly.
That's right. We tried.
We tried.
It was as kid-friendly as that story can be.
And
still had a lot of murder.
Dumpster Santa was here too. So
that's right.
Dumpster Santa also not kid-friendly.
Not really kid-friendly.
No, but he's gone. Thank God. Woo. But not for good. He'll be back, everyone.
Whoa.
He'll be back.
But how? He left so much beard here.
He did. I found his beard attached to this microphone and underneath this audio board this morning.
Yep.
It's like he's always with us. You know what I mean? I'm going to give a big old congratulations to Julian, by the way, on this episode for winning our Gleam giveaway for the month of December. Congratulations, Julian. You win a prize pack from Good Luck High Five, Card Kingdom, and Ultra Pro. Please email us at glhfmagic@gmail.com and we will send you your beautiful prize pack. If you didn't win, don't worry. You can still play in January. The link to play is in our show notes or underneath this video.
Yeah. Next, I want to say, so we've been doing a lot of like, if you become a patron, then we'll buy Reese's Pumpkins.
Yeah, or I'll be a Dumpster Santa.
Or Maria will dress in a Santa costume for an episode. So, hold on. Can you stall for 2 seconds? Because I have to grab something.
Oh, okay. Megan's going to grab something. I don't know what she's doing, actually. So I am as surprised as you are right now as to what Megan is going and getting. But thank you. If you have become a patron as part of those challenges, you've helped me get Reese's. You've made the regrettable decision of having Dumpster Santa become real or come into being, I suppose. But you've also made a great decision of supporting this show and supporting the content creators that you love and that you listen to every week. Please, if this show is something that brings you joy or you're somebody who listens every week like clockwork, become a patron and help support the show on patreon.com/GLHFmagic. Just throw $1 a week our way, $1.25 a week if you want to be squirrel level. Yeah.
So here's one extra special thing.
Ooh, okay.
So we have for a while had in stock, just like the last of our stock of t-shirts is kind of tough.
Yeah.
Because there's not that many sizes of them left.
Right.
So the next 5 patrons who are $5 or more at least will get a custom sewn by me tote bag made out of one of these t-shirts.
Wow.
So it'll have this awesome Good Luck High Five shirt logo on it.
Oh, that's
and will
so
be
cool.
awesome t-shirt material and also lined on the inside so that it's not too stretchy.
What a beautiful tote bag.
So I cannot sew that fast. So that's why it's only 5 people because it will take me a while. But the next 5 people will get custom hand-sewn tote bags.
Wow, we really are
From
fully
these shirts.
NPR now.
We really are.
We've made
Look,
it. We've
is
made
NPR
it.
sewing their own tote bags? I don't think so.
No, we do it for you, custom.
Their radio DJs are just back there with sewing machines.
I feel like this needs to be a $10 reward level. This is pretty good reward.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
All right.
All right. The next 5 people who are $10 or more.
Okay, $10 a month honestly is like nothing. You pay $10 a month for like a slap on the face. Some people do. So like, what I'm saying is,
Where? By who?
think about it. Thanks as well, of course, to Card Kingdom for being amazing sponsors of our show. Head to cardkingdom.com/GLHF. Use our affiliate link anytime you buy anything from them. Thank you to people who have actually contacted Card Kingdom and been like, I forgot to use the affiliate link. And then Card Kingdom fixes it and applies it to their order.
Oh, that's so
because
nice.
That is the kind of customer service you get at Card Kingdom.
Yes.
It's personal, it's fast, and it makes you know that you're working with really great people over
Yes.
there.
And remember, you can always say good luck have sticker or good luck have token, and they will send you a good luck
Yes.
high five sticker or token with your order.
Get those pre-orders in for Theros Beyond Death. Get yourself a box and draft with your friends. We love to do it. It's a super fun way to explore the set when it's new. We have a running kind of list of who wins all of those drafts at my house, which is really neat. And Card Kingdom couldn't be a better place to get your box from as well.
Yeah. Finally, last but not least,
Yes.
next week, if you're a patron, you can come hang out and challenge us while we stream.
Yay!
Finally, the return of challenge streams.
Yes.
Next Tuesday, the 14th, will be Maria streaming at 12 p.m.
Yep.
Central Time.
Yep.
And I will be streaming at 6 p.m. on Thursday, the 16th.
Yes.
So if you want to challenge us, we will have that in the arena section of our Discord if you're a patron, and you can challenge us during those streams.
Yeah, so just go into that arena section and be like, hey, this is the time, or like what I want to play you.
Yes.
Basically what deck you want to
Any
play.
format.
Any format we'll play you. And then the
Brawl, we'll play you.
We'll play you Brawl.
Popper, we'll play you.
Wait.
Standard, we'll
yeah,
play you.
I guess we'd have to fire up Magic Online for Popper.
No, like the arena
Oh, the
version
arena
of
popper. Okay, yeah, sure. Why not? And on the 15th, we'll also be streaming a very special stream.
What?
So 3 days of streaming next week, everybody.
Wow.
Go follow us on twitch.tv/GLHFmagic so you get a notification when we're live. And come hang out with us. We'd
Yeah.
love to see you in chat.
Sick.
All right, friends, it's time to talk about Theros Beyond Death. We've got some new preview cards.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
I love Theros. I love
Theros
Theros.
is so great.
Okay, so obviously, card I've been waiting for.
Let's hear it.
Thassa Deep Dwelling. 3 and a blue for a legendary enchantment creature god. She's a 6/5 indestructible as long as your devotion to blue is less than 5. Thassa isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 other target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. 3 and a blue, tap another target creature.
Ooh, Icy Manipulator.
Yeah, so it's like, it's doing a little bit of like, take something away, bring it back. Can you get a lot of ETB effects?
Yeah, blink, get those enter the battlefield triggers happening.
Yeah.
I wonder what she could be good with.
Oh, it's also only target creature. Yeah. Okay. So yes. I
Yeah,
knew
okay,
that.
so yeah, only creatures.
Only
All right.
creatures, but still pretty sweet.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like her ability too to be able to tap something, which means she'll be really good and limited no matter what. Even if you're not going to be blinking stuff back
Yeah.
and forth, you're probably going to activate her, turn her into a creature at some point, and then
Yeah.
you can tap stuff down in the meantime.
Tap stuff down. I mean, I am sad there's no drawing cards.
That's true.
Obviously.
She's blue. She's not drawing cards,
I
Megan.
always
How
want
do
to
you
be drawing
feel?
cards.
How do you feel?
Oh,
I want to talk for a second about Haktos the Unscarred, which, by the way, Haktos
Haktos definitely
is
sounds
a funny name. It's like
Yes.
what I call my bad Rakdos decks. Haktos.
Haktos.
Anyway, this is Achilles, by the way. That's the flavor here. It's a 6/1 for red, red, white, white. Which is pretty cool. Human warrior at rare. Attacks each combat if able. As Haktos. Oh, this is going to be a meme. As Haktos enters the battlefield, choose 2, 3, or 4 at random. Haktos has protection from each converted mana cost other than the chosen number.
Wow. So only 2,
Yeah.
3, or 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
That's wild.
Yeah. So like it has protection from all of that stuff except for 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
So it could be very well unblockable.
It could be
For
depending on
the
what
whole
your
game.
depending on what the CMC of your stuff is.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit.
6-1 for 4 mana. That is potentially, I mean, that thing's going to win games. Limited people are going to be really annoyed by this card.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure it is going to.
All right. What do you got for me?
I mean, I was looking at some of the ones that came out today.
Okay.
The big beastie boy that everybody is talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Over on MTG Goldfish, they talked about Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath.
Wow.
This is, one big old gent.
And it's an elder giant.
Elder giant.
Which is an interesting creature type.
Yes, and feeds into what we will maybe be talking about today.
Oh, interesting.
1 green-blue for a 6/6.
What?
Right?
3 mana for 6 power and 6 toughness.
Yes. But when Uro enters the battlefield...
Is this Magic in 30-30? Power creep has gotten out of control? Yeah, it's a 6/6 for 3 mana. That's
6/6
normal.
for 3. When Uro enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped.
Okay.
So, that's a thing. Whenever Uro enters the battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Escape, green, blue, exile 5 other cards from your graveyard.
So this is a mythic.
I love this.
This card is going to be played.
I love everything about this card.
So you mentioned that it's the original casting cost reminds you of Evoke.
Yes, it does because, right, it's a classic, like, unless you paid this extra thing, sacrifice it, but you're still going to get its enter the battlefield ability.
Which is gaining 3 life and drawing a card and putting a land card.
Land into play.
Wow.
That's super powerful.
This card is dumb.
Like, you would pay 3 mana for an effect that says gain 3 life, draw a card, put a land onto the battlefield.
Absolutely, I would pay that.
And you get other stuff with this.
And it ensures almost entirely that next turn you'll be able to escape it because the escape cost is just 4.
I mean, if you have 5 cards in your graveyard, which is a thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So if you somehow spent turns 1 and 2 putting a lot of cards in your graveyard.
Ooh, okay.
Like, I wonder if we're going to have another little... You remember Satyr Wayfinder?
Yeah.
Like, a surprising hit of the last Theros set.
Yes.
It was 1 and a green for a 1/1, right?
Something 1/1 or 1/2. I can't remember. Probably a 1/1.
I think a 1/1. And you looked at cards from the top of your library. You could get a land out of them. And then the rest went into your graveyard. And because we had like the Whip of Erebos and Sidisi decks that used cards from the graveyard, it ended up being very good. It was just a little common.
And there's so many cards in Theros that are messing around with the graveyard, putting things into the graveyard, and notably exiling things from other people's graveyards because you want to exile this bad boy if you get the chance.
Oh yeah.
That I think it's going to be really interesting. We're going to be playing a lot with a different zone in Magic, the graveyard. Which if you're a dredge player, you're like, psh, been there,
done that.
But this card is a house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Satyr Wayfinder would be one of the hottest reprints of this set.
It really would.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe it's coming. I don't
know.
know.
Joking around. Could be.
Okay, well, remains to be seen. Let's talk about this card, which was previewed by our friends over at Limited Resources. Eutropia, the Twice Favored. Also in Simic colors, 1 green-blue for a 2/2 human wizard uncommon. It has Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That creature gains flying until end of turn.
Yeah.
Another limited house.
And I love Constellation.
Yeah, Constellation is great.
This
creature
makes me so happy.
Not an enchantment creature itself, but yeah, in limited, this card's going to be really, really, really good. It's just a fine
you can
card.
Just have tons of enchantments, tons of enchantment creatures entering the battlefield.
I love it.
Oh, amazing.
I found a card which might be cutest card, but I'm not going to talk about it yet.
Ooh, I wonder if I know which one it is.
But we'll crown cutest card next episode and grossest card. Don't worry.
Yes, we will.
So here's a card I'm just going to mention briefly because you'll be like, Maria, you like auras. Which, well,
and you do.
Thank God for this set. How would you say this? Siona or Shauna, captain of the Pyleas?
I would probably say Shauna.
Yeah, I would think so, but who knows? We'll find out. 1 green-white for a 2/2 uncommon human soldier. When Shauna, captain of the Pyleas, enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an aura card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token.
Ooh, Maria, you like it.
I love this card. Unfortunately,
you do.
it's 1 mana too expensive. We can't be playing this in Boggles.
That's true.
We just can't be messing around at 3 mana.
We don't play around with 3 mana.
But but this card is amazing. And if she was 2 mana, I would play it. So it's going to go find your Daybreak Coronet, put it on. But we don't just have to talk about this in the terms of Boggles. This is a really fun card to go find your aura if you're playing an aura deck in Commander or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
7 cards deep is pretty far deep. And if
That's
you've
way
constructed
deep in
your deck, right, you're going to be able to find something you want.
Oh, for sure.
So I love this card. A+.
Another one that was previewed today that I love. We don't have the actual translation of the name yet, but Scryfall is calling it Eidolon, like Lawn, which I love, because it is 2 and a green for an enchantment creature nymph. It's a 2/4. And it says you may play an additional land each turn. Lands you control are all basic land types in addition to their other types.
I love it.
Isn't that wild?
So this is like what other card in Modern?
Courser of Crewfix is
Yep.
what it reminds me of.
Oh yeah, Courser of Crewfix.
Courser of Crewfix was our little 1 green 2/4 friend that allowed you to play an extra land.
Beautiful.
I believe you could play it off the top of your deck.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. It was
and you would gain a
revealed.
life.
Everyone
Yeah.
knew what it was.
And you would gain a life when you played a land.
It also reminds me of what is it? Prismatic,
Oh yeah.
whatever. What am I thinking of?
Yeah.
The modern
I
card.
literally play this card.
Yeah, I was like, you play this card.
I do play this card.
Lands you control are basic land types. Are all
Yeah.
basic land types in addition to the other types. Yeah,
I don't remember.
on a stick.
Yes. Great. What else? What else has caught your eye?
Let's take a look. Okay, so this card is, I think, this card and a few other cards are pointing to a certain archetype. Naiad of Hidden Coves, 2 and a blue for a 2/3. As long as it's not your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast.
Ooh.
So
Spicy.
Flash decks are getting some love with these early preview cards in Theros for sure.
I like it.
And if you have been on Arena or playing some Standard, you know that there's Green-Blue Flash deck, which has been around for a while. And it definitely gets some new potential toys in Theros. And Naiad of Hidden Coves is just one clue that they are kind of like pushing in that direction as far as that deck is concerned.
That being said, I don't know that a 3 mana 2/3 is something that you could play in Standard.
No, it's not. It's not good enough.
But in Limited, I look for people making a Flash deck.
Yeah, Flash deck in Limited.
It plays well with this buddy, Thrix the Sudden Storm.
What a name.
3 blue for a 4/5 flash flying. Spells you cast with converted mana cost 5 or greater, cost 1 less to cast, and can't be countered.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's naughty.
Naughty.
Go to your room. That's so naughty. That's supposed to cost 8 mana. I've been waiting in the set for a 2/1 for 1 mana, and I have not found it yet.
I'm really...
But I'm going to tell you about this other 1 mana white card.
Okay.
It is Pious Wayfarer for a human skull, 1 mana for a 1/2. It has Constellation, so it can become a 2/3. Okay,
Yeah.
because the Constellation effect is whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
It could become a 2/3. It could become a 3/4.
For 1 white mana.
Because you can trigger it multiple times.
You could play 2.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, White Weenie, are you here? Do you hear me?
I feel like the general consensus, the emotional consensus right now is no, but...
Yeah.
Let's see. We also have Erebos' Intervention. This is X and black for an instant. Choose 1. Target creature gets -X until end of turn. You gain X life.
It's a good card.
Nice. Exile up to twice X target cards from graveyards.
Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is a way to mess with your opponent's plan that they have so carefully constructed.
And this is an instant.
Wow. So like, okay, here we go. I'm going to do my escape thing. And you're like, oh, are you?
We'll have to talk to Judge Rob about how that interacts.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Super interesting.
You know, we're seeing an old friend come back to us in this set as well. Tiramet.
Yeah.
Remember this card?
Timoret.
Timoret, sorry.
Yeah.
It didn't really get as much play, I think, as people thought it was going to. What about this time around?
Who knows?
Chosen from Death. Black for a 2-star.
Yeah, this is the demigod type.
Ooh. Uncommon. Timuret's toughness is equal to your devotion to black.
So it's definitely already a 2/2.
It's already a 2/2. 1 in a black. Exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life for each creature card exiled this way.
I mean, definitely a sideboard card.
Yeah, for sure.
All day.
Something about it that I think is so funny is the 2-star.
Yeah.
You know, because the toughness is going to grow and shrink as the game continues, which I think is kind of weird. I know, like, I'm more used to power shifting as the game continues, but not necessarily toughness.
That's very true.
So he's like working at the gym and he's like, today is booty day, and it gets bigger. And then he forgets and it's leg day for 2 weeks and the booty grows smaller. That's how muscles work.
Definitely. You can hire Maria as your personal trainer to tell you how muscles grow.
Hey, what do you want to shrink on your body? What do you want to grow?
What you want to grow?
Like, do you have a degree in anything? Theater.
So here's a card that people were talking about, like, this could have been white.
Oh, yeah.
Why isn't it white? Why does white not get nice things?
I don't know why this is not white.
I don't know the interpretation of the name, but it's 2 and a green at a rare for an enchantment saga. It has 4 chapters.
Yeah, this is
one of the first times we've seen this. Yeah. 1, create a 1/1 white human soldier token. It's even creating a white soldier token.
God, dang it. Maybe white gets another one. That's why this is green, but whatever.
Maybe. 2, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control.
Sick.
3, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw 2 cards. 4, create a gold token.
Gold token! Yes!
Yay!
I love gold tokens so much.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Oh, I'm going to have to bring out my Japanese gold tokens.
They're just like treasure, except you don't have to tap them to sack them.
No.
Which was the thing about that. That's why they basically made treasure in place of gold, but now we're getting gold.
That's so weird. Why does it random? Oh, because you're winning the race.
Yeah.
You get it gold.
Yeah, you want the race.
The flavor.
Cute.
I love gold tokens. Very
Yeah.
excited. There's a cycle in this set too, which we are now seeing, which is the Omen cycle.
Yeah.
Here's a look at the red Omen, which is Omen of the Forge. 1 in a red for an enchantment with flash. So enchantment theme as well. When Omen of the Forge enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. Okay,
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
2 in a red, sacrifice Omen of the Forge, scry 2.
I like it.
It's great.
Triggers Constellation, kills something, and then gets you a little bit of value when you have some mana you can use.
What about the white one?
Yeah, Omen of the Sun. This comes to us previewed by our friends at Lords of Limited. Omen of the Sun, 2 and a white for an enchantment flash. When Omen of the Sun enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens, and you gain 2 life. 2 and a white, sacrifice Omen of the Sun, scry 2.
I love it.
Yeah.
So when it's outlived its usefulness of coming into the battlefield, giving you the effect, it can just sit there for a while, and then once you have time, you crack it, boom, scry 2.
Yeah.
Really nice late game and early game usefulness, which is something we love to see for limited play.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Stoof. Oh.
Of course, I love me some good kill spells for
Okay.
Limited. Final Death, gonna be a nice one.
Okay, what's that?
4 and a black, instant, exile target creature.
Okay, so it's a classic 5-mana black, kill something.
It not coming back though. It's not
exiled,
It can't
yeah.
escape.
No escape for
It is
you.
exiled.
Yeah, exile really important.
Yeah.
Coming with the release of Theros here.
Absolutely.
I've got a card here, Perforos's Intervention, which is interesting. It's X and a red for a sorcery at rare. Choose 1. Create an X1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of next step. Perforos's Intervention deals twice X damage to target creature or planeswalker.
Ooh.
So you can... I mean, that's a lot of damage.
Yes, it is.
I mean, if you're late in the game and X is 5, well, you're dealing 10 to a creature or planeswalker.
Yeah.
Or you're making an enormous ball lightning
Yeah.
coming in, smashing them in the face.
That's pretty sweet.
I like this card. Really
Yeah.
useful and flexible.
You're definitely going to lose games of Limited to this card.
Oh, you are.
You're going to lose them big time.
You are for sure.
Do you know what? Sorry.
100%.
Speaking of black kill spells, Drag to the Underworld, the uncommon kill spell for black.
Okay.
2 black, destroy target creature, but also this spell costs X less to cast, where X is your devotion to black.
Oh,
pretty sweet.
Okay.
So you have some black creatures, you can cast this for 2 or even 2 or 3.
So I think we're getting some news about what's going to happen in red and blue in Theros as far as draft is concerned.
Oh, yeah?
Here's Arena Trickster, which was previewed on the 5th. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Arena Trickster.
Ooh.
It's a 3/3 for 3 in a red.
Yeah.
So I think blue and red is casting spells on your opponent's turn. That seems to be like something you would enjoy in draft.
I really do. I really do.
Oh boy, I'm excited to draft this set.
Yeah.
Let's
Same.
frickin'
I think
go.
it's going to be a great time. So, yeah, those are just a few of the cool cards. If you are interested in seeing what else is happening in Theros right now, Theros Beyond Death previews, head on over to scryfall.com.
Yeah.
They've got them all. You can sort them any which way you want.
And we have a very exciting preview card here on Good Luck High Five.
That's right.
Coming out tomorrow, which is Wednesday.
Hot day.
You're going to want to head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/goodluckhighfive to find out what our preview card could be. Here's a hint.
What could it be?
I'm excited for it.
Ooh, what a hint that is.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Wow.
And like we said, full set spoiled on Friday.
Yes.
Pre-release on Friday.
Dang.
Team Series Finals on Sunday.
Yeah, that pre-release is going to be hot too,
Yeah,
by
it
the
is.
way. It has Nissa Cosplay, Asian Avenger,
Alias V.
and Melissa DeTora
What?
as their 4 guests.
That's an awesome show.
It's an incredible lineup. So absolutely, make sure you're heading on over to Loading Ready Run and watching that.
It starts at 10 a.m. Pacific on Friday.
Yes, but for the rest of the world, it's so late in the day, so you're
Yeah.
going to be up. You can have lunch.
If you're at work, you can have worked for a couple of hours before you blow the rest of the day completely off.
There you go, and watch the pre-release.
And our good buddies, of course, playing along with those people at Loading Ready Run. Yeah, so make sure to tune in and watch that and check out coverage of Magic Fest Austin coming up this weekend too. I'll be in the booth with Caleb D, covering Modern and covering that Team Series Finals.
Pretty sweet.
We'll see if anybody knows the name of the cards. I will
anyone
do my best, everybody, to help
literally
you out.
anyone. Anyone?
That coverage is Saturday and Sunday, of course, on twitch.tv/magic. Oh, so much exciting stuff coming up. Everybody, it's time for the return of Storytime with Meghan.
That's right. In the past, when the Magic Story was available online, I would read it and bring some recaps to everybody.
It was great.
Yes. Someday in the future, we will have some recap of the War of the Spark story because one very kind listener sent us the book so that we did not have to spend money
Thank you.
further promote buying that thing.
Thank you, friend.
Yes. But for right now in Theros, because there isn't Theros story, what we're doing is bringing you some Greek mythology.
Okay, and this happens to be a story based on one of the cards.
Yes.
Or rather, the card is based on the story.
Yeah. So you talked about this card last week, which inspired me to bring story about it this week.
Okay, great.
The card that we talked about was the Binding of the Titans.
Yep.
1 in a green. It's a saga. 1, each player puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. 2, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. For each creature or card exiled, this way you gain 1 life. And 3, return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand.
Yeah, and this actually was on Magic's site with a story, we'll call it a snippet.
Yes.
Teeny tiny bit of story, which said that the gods on Theros had bound the Titans to the underworld, and that is how they became powerful.
Yeah, which is what I think when we were talking about the giant earlier, the elder giants.
The elder giant.
I think that those are
do you think he's
probably
Titan?
the Titans.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Because in that card, Uros, right?
Yeah, Oros.
He's wearing a lot of chains.
Yes.
Which we've seen in the art for the underworld.
He's breaking out!
Yeah, so he escaping.
Shoot!
And so this is related to Greek mythology.
Great.
So a lot of times when people talk about the Greek gods, they're talking about the Olympians. So it's the ones that we know for the most part, that we talk about the most, that get the most treatment. I would
They're
say
the
in
ones
contemporary
with the
media.
Paparazzi always in their faces.
Always all up in there,
They
which
have
are
their reality
like
shows.
Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Hades, and all of most of them being Zeus's progeny, Athena.
Wow, Zeus's Instagram is lit.
Yes. But so the Olympians actually weren't the first Greek gods.
Whoa.
If you want to go way, way back, the first Greek gods, there were 2 of them, which was Uranus and Gaia. And we're not going to talk much about them because they do get largely ignored in basically everything. They had kids.
I try to ignore Uranus as much as possible.
Wow. Fine.
How could I not? Low hanging fruit.
And then they had a bunch of kids, which were the Titans. The most common one that everyone knows is Cronus. Not to be confused with Kronos, which is time. Even though he shares a lot of characteristics. Mainly that he big and mad.
So they had kids which were giants, is what you're telling me.
Yes, the Titans.
Okay.
Which were gods.
Okay, they're gods.
The Titans were their own set of gods.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
The Titans are gods, and they're big, but they're
Yes.
gods, but they're like made of human stuff, and they walk around on the earth, or are they
No,
up in
they're
some?
just like the Olympians in terms of what we think of as like deities.
So they're up in some cloud city.
Yeah.
But
they don't have Zeus is the person who eventually built like Mount Olympus.
Okay.
But they are like what we think of as gods. Like they're giants, but they do sometimes walk the earth.
How do two people who aren't giants have kids who are giants?
I mean, they were gods, so they were probably giants too.
Oh, okay. I just really had to get down to the details
Like
on that.
we're talking really generally, but like Gaia is like all the earth and Uranus is like all the sky.
Oh,
right?
whoa.
So they were big time gods.
Okay, got
They
it.
had a bunch of kids.
Okay.
The most important one that we know is Cronus.
Okay.
There are also ones that you might be familiar with. Atlas is a
Oh,
Titan.
yeah, of course.
And then Prometheus was also a Titan.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about them in a second.
Okay.
So Cronus had was married to Rhea, who was also a Titan. And he was told
Wait. Where'd she come from?
they were related. Okay. It's Greek mythology. They're gods. They all related.
All right, got it.
Yes.
Keep going.
So they're married, but he has this prophecy that one of his kids will overthrow him. One of his kids will overthrow him.
Classic.
So he and Rhea have a bunch of kids, and he swallows them whole.
Like you do.
Yes, right. They're gods. They're kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So Cronus, for a while, there was like a golden age under his reign, but then he kind of went mad. She started having kids and he swallowed them whole. And then Rhea was like understandably upset about this.
For a long time in my life, I couldn't even swallow a pill whole.
Yeah, he swallowed his kid whole. 5 of them.
Oh.
And then, Rhea is like obviously upset about this.
Well, yeah.
She's like, excuse me.
Excuse me.
And so
I birthed
Gaia
these
is like,
kids.
hey, go hide on Crete when you have your last kid and hide him there. So
okay.
she does, and that's Zeus. She hides Zeus and she gives Cronus, who is a god, but I guess isn't that smart, a stone wrapped in blankets as the kid, and he swallows that.
I remember this story.
Yes, so
Yeah.
he swallows the stone wrapped in blankets. Zeus grows up.
We've all done it.
Exactly. Zeus grows up and eventually he feeds Cronus a poison to make him vomit up all of his other siblings.
Oh, they were still down there.
Yes, which is where all of his so that's Zeus, like a lot of the big ones that we know of. Zeus, Poseidon, Hades are all in there.
Wow.
Hera, who Zeus does marry. They're related. It's Greek mythology. Anyways, Demeter.
Can you imagine growing up with your brothers and sisters in a stomach?
Yeah.
Just
I
saying.
mean, they did.
Or an internal digestive tract.
Except for Zeus. But anyways, yeah, Poseidon, Hades, Demeter, Hera, and like Hestia or something like that is the last
You
one.
still smell like stomach acid.
And they have a giant battle with the Titans, the Olympians, and the Titans have a war.
Okay.
And eventually the Olympians win. Some of like Prometheus sides with the Olympians.
I mean,
even though he's a Titan.
I would.
Yes. Yeah. Cronus was kind of, like we said, he swallowed all of his kids whole. They win. Some of them, Prometheus, like he was on their side. He's fine until later on he makes Zeus really mad with the whole fire situation.
Oh, yeah. That was
Cronus and some of the other ones get thrown into Tartarus, which is like an underworld.
That's where we get the name for tartar on our teeth.
Yes. Or tartar sauce.
Yeah, because it's
Tartar sauce is the sauce of the underworld.
Ketchup is the sauce of the earth. Mustard is the sauce of the underworld.
Tartar sauce is the sauce of the underworld.
So true.
A lot of them get locked in there. And then like Atlas, for instance, gets punished by having to hold up the sky.
Yep.
Or hold up the earth, depending on like the telling of it. So yeah, and then eventually, then comes the reign of the Olympians.
Wow.
But there are a whole bunch of Titans. There's like Oceanus, who is before Poseidon, god of all the seas and stuff like that.
So it's basically just the Olympians are just like, hey, guess what? Get down there.
Yeah, I mean, they had a huge war.
We chain you.
Yeah, they had a huge war, and eventually they cast them into this pit of the underworld.
And this is where we get this saga in Theros Beyond Death.
Yeah, exactly.
Same story.
Fighting of the Titans.
Wow.
So there you go, right?
Gosh, that stone swallowing story. I'm having some weird
That's so
memories.
weird that's like the part of it that you remember.
Yes, that part. I'm seeing an illustration. I think I must have had it in a children's book
Yeah.
or something like
What
that.
a weird thing to put in a kid's book.
Yeah, for
BT
real.
Dubs, he swallowed all of his kids.
I mean, if you're a Greek kid, like these are your stories growing up.
Yeah.
Like this is this is what you're like hearing at Sunday school.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh boy, I hope my dad doesn't swallow me whole because I'm going to inherit the farm.
Exactly. So, and if he does, then hopefully my youngest sibling gives him some potion to make him vomit us all up.
You know, I was worried about going down the drain, which is similar, but
Wow.
not as malicious.
No, that's just like a thing that could happen.
But Mr. Rogers taught me that I can't go down the drain. So thank you, Fred.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I might still think that to this day.
Yeah. Anyways.
Wow, cool story.
Right? It's one of the cooler stories. Like sometimes we talk about the Titans like a little bit, but for the most part, again, we talk about the Olympians.
Yes.
Because those are the stories where we get stuff like the Odyssey and the Iliad are all involved with the Olympian deities. As is the story of Hercules.
Yes.
So stuff like that. So they're the ones that we end up talking about.
And you know what's kind of neat now is we've also gotten a preview of what is going to happen, we think, in Story for Theros.
Oh,
this
yeah,
time
that's
around,
true.
Which is those Titans breaking out.
Ooh, spooky.
Or should we say giants? Those elder giants
Those
breaking
elder giants
out.
breaking out. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're breaking out in a big way because Oros is a very good card.
Yes. Yeah.
As good
He's
as
spooky.
No, I'm just getting some flashbacks to Oko.
And I love the art of Oros. He like the art makes him look unbelievably massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
incomprehensible.
incomprehensible.
Yeah.
Big.
Huge.
Like the universe itself.
So anyways, I'm super excited. I love Greek mythology.
Excellent.
And I love telling people about it. And so I'm super excited to tell you all more stories.
Do you have another one lined up that you want to talk about?
Ooh,
or should we ask for somebody's favorite?
Let's see. We could talk about let's ask for someone's favorite.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit today about Achilles.
Yes, let's talk about that. Because
Achilles is really cool.
Like cards that were inspired from Greek mythology, so we can have that tie-in.
Yeah. So Achilles, of course, a lot of people know the story of Achilles.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the ones where it has like a little bit of irony, maybe a little bit of hubris in it too.
Yeah.
So Achilles was fated from the time that he was a kid to be an incredible, untouchable warrior.
I mean, same.
But also part of the prophecy. We can relate. But also part of the prophecy was if he will die young.
Oh.
And so his mom was a water nymph named Thetis. I want to say
more like fetus, am I right? Not like a fetus, but like because of the feet thing.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Of the feet thing. Anyways, I think I'm pretty sure that's who his mom was. Anyways, and so she takes him down and she dip him in the river Styx. But she holds onto his Achilles tendons and dips him all the way in. So like that's the only place that he's invulnerable.
Chocolate dipped cone.
And so, he is one of the people who signs the agreement that if anything ever happens to Helen of Troy, all of these Greek city-states will unite and go get her back.
Yeah.
Which was a way of Agamemnon like manipulating a lot of people to try and unite this area and also, to get them to, for his own ends.
Tale as old as time, am I right?
Yes. Oh, I want to tell you all the story of Agamemnon in the future because that is like a multi-part saga that has like, in my opinion, a really satisfying and also very grim ending to it.
Speaking of sagas.
Yes. Anyways, so Achilles is called to the Trojan War.
Yep.
And he sails off and he fights sometimes. And when he fights, he's obviously very, very good. But also he's kind of like, depending on different depictions, he's kind of like a whiny baby. And like Agamemnon hurts his feelings. And so he like refuses to fight. And then his partner like depending on different interpretations of it, his like very good friend / his like love of his life, who's, hold on just a second. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Look it up.
I know. I can't. I'm so embarrassed.
We need to know who this be.
Yes. Yes. So his mom was Thetis. I did have that one correct.
Confirmed. Thetis.
Yes.
Not fetus, as I
Thetis.
would have named her. Call me Greek mythology writers. I've got so many good names for you. Seriously. You know what's interesting too is how many of these stories are basically within the fiber of our knowledge currently, which I think is really interesting because, you know, in human time, this was a long time ago, and we are still telling these stories and we still know them.
Yeah.
In this great span of history, it's just a blip, but I mean, it's a long
wild.
time for these stories to persist.
It's really incredible. So there, Achilles is like in his sulk, right? In his sulk, and Patroclus, who again, depending on the story, best friend, love of his life.
Nice.
I think it's the love of his life. Patroclus is just like, hey, I really love you too, but like, we're about to lose because Achilles isn't fighting. The Greeks are about to lose this battle with the Trojans. So Patroclus puts on Achilles' armor and goes into battle to rally the troops so that all of the Greeks
think it's him.
Think that it's him and are inspired to
Achilles
fight more.
is like letting his boyfriend go into battle and fight while he's having a wine in the corner.
He does it secretly. He just does it. Like Patroclus just does
without
it.
telling him. Okay.
Without telling him. And so Patroclus goes and does this. He gets killed.
No.
I believe by Hector himself.
Wow.
And so Achilles goes out on like a mad rampage and just like cleans up.
Nice.
Including killing Hector.
Okay.
And then eventually Paris, who is a really good shot with a bow and arrow, and who I want to say is favored by, gosh, who favors him? One of the gods favors Paris and guides his arrow.
Oh, nice.
To shoot Achilles in the heel. And then Achilles dies.
Wow. Yeah. Rough.
Yes. Quite rough.
When you're fated as a kid, you know, I guess you got to go along with it because else what else are you going to do? If you were fated for something in life, what do you think it was?
Yeah. If I was fated for something?
Yeah.
Wow. Great question.
You come out, your birth certificate is along with a fate certificate.
Wow.
It's like, guess what? You're going to be a great warrior and there's not a lot you can do about it.
Okay. Wow. What do you think yours is?
Really good at eating popcorn. I am a champion at popcorn eating, everybody. Yeah. Just a champion.
Wow, gosh, I just don't know.
I feel fated to own cats.
Yeah,
I feel like that was decided before I was born. Yes. I have no control over that.
I think mine would hopefully be like, I want to be like fated to like, you know, see a lot of nice places.
Oh, there you go.
Like fated to spend a lot of time in parks. Is mine.
That's a good fate.
It really is a really good fate. A lot better than the like you're gonna die gloriously in battle or whatever.
But yeah, if you have a favorite story based on one of these cards, let us know. We'll do some more story time with Meghan. This has been great. Getting a little bit more knowledge about Greek mythology, and you'll go into your pre-release and be like, boom, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you about these cards.
That's right.
There you go.
I do want to say, so I remembered it was Apollo who favored Paris.
Okay.
And here's the thing is that like Paris is always in the stories of like, he's the person who bested Achilles because he shot him with this arrow. But in some stories, it's guided by Apollo. Like in some stories, it's a poisoned arrow.
Yeah.
But the point is always that Paris was kind of considered to be a coward. So that like Paris never has any glory in this story where he's the one who kills Achilles.
He's just
a coward who shoots with a bow and arrow.
Oh, wow. Big time burn against bow and arrow.
Big time burn also in the, in the land of Greek mythology.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyways, there we go.
Hey, everybody, it's time to thank Ultra Pro for being one of our amazing sponsors of our show.
That's right. Anything that you need from Dex boxes.
I think that is the proper
Is it
plural.
the proper plural? Dex box.
Dex boxes.
Anyways, from Dex boxes to card sleeves, to dice bags, to amazing playmats. Ultra Pro is your place to go. They have those incredible sets of the Secret Lair playmats.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Available. They're gorgeous.
Think about it.
They're really nice.
I was
As
attacked
Maria
by
drops Dex boxes
some of
all
these
over
boxes.
herself.
I want to bring these out because they have more than one kind of deck box, of course,
Yeah.
and even more than one finish on their deck boxes. Here,
Yeah.
I've got an Ultra Pro Satin, which is a very lovely, like kind of shiny finish on
Yeah.
this white deck box. And here I have Ultra Pro Radiant, which has kind of like
It's like a glitter finish.
finish.
It's really cool.
So you can get these in a number of colors. And here's just two examples of their hard deck boxes, which hold 100 double sleeve cards.
Yeah.
And I think you could like throw it against the wall and it'd be totally fine.
Oh, it's so cool.
Really, really pretty stuff here from Ultra Pro. Whatever
so cool.
way you like to express yourself in fashion or like with your magic accessories, Ultra Pro has got you covered.
That's right.
All right, everybody, that's this episode of Good Luck High Five. Give yourself a high five for listening to the whole thing. I know it was just a
right.
total sludge the whole way through. Slog, that's the word I was
trying
looking for.
to do the applause, but that
That
worked
was
for what we were doing.
perfect, actually.
Yeah. That worked out just fine.
Big thanks to everyone who supports us and props us up on patreon.com/GLHF Magic, Card Kingdom, and Ultra Pro for supporting our show. And remember, if you want to get on those tote bags that Meghan is going to personally make,
That's right.
$10
Only
a month
5.
or more, just 5
Only
people.
5.
So it's a race to patreon.com. Enter our Gleam contest for January. Hang out with us on our stream next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, streaming all of those days on twitch.tv/GLHF Magic, which will be really fun because we haven't streamed in a while.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to get back in that seat again, do that again. And yeah, a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Magic Fest this weekend, where I'll be talking magic. Jeez.
Talking that magic. Yeah, and don't forget.
Next
so
week.
excited. Judge Rob.
Judge Rob.
Oh,
Get your questions in. Once again, tweet at GLHF Magic with the hashtag Judge Rob if you've got a question for him for this set. I'm so excited to have him back in the studio next week.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out and listening every week as you do. This is our first Good Luck High Five of 2020, which is just a bizarre thing to say.
It really
2020. It's a year that doesn't
is
seem
wild.
real.
No.
You know what I mean?
But it is.
But it is. It's here.
Oh, it is.